I'm Lucy Edwards, Director of Client Success at VHT Studios. And today I am at premises of leading real estate companies of the world. And my guest is Paul Boomsma. Paul is the president and CEO of this great leading RE organization. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Lucy. It's an honor to be with you today.
Oh, it's my honor, Paul. So I understand you've been in real estate industry for over 25 years. And for the last 3+ years, you have been the CEO and the president.
Yes, I've been with Leading RE for over 15 years, but I took over from Pam O'Connor 3 years ago, who is our founding CEO.
Well, you have a fantastic organization. You have over 550 firms throughout the world that are part of your organization, and it's more like a networking. My first question to you would be, how can you manage to create that brand recognition for all 550, for them to be separate, yet to be able to network and play well in a sandbox and help each other?
Well, first of all, I'd say our mantra is we make the best brokerages better. There aren't any of our members that weren't already successful when they joined us. And we choose them because we think they are so successful and they have such a strong market presence already. So it's really their brand that we cling on to. And the other thing we talk about is we really focus our members being local and global. They're already strong local players, but they join us because now they're part of a large global organization, which again is connecting the top firms in over 75 countries. So I think the brand is typically theirs, but there's increasing demand from consumers to not just be strong locally, but to also have that global presence.
Yeah, and I understand that you travel, you network, you create new programs. That must be very though it's exciting to travel to 75 countries, but I'm sure it's challenging as well to create the programs to fit them all. Or do you juggle and create different directions?
We actually, it's interesting. We do have people all over the world. The majority of our team is here in the United States in Chicago, but we're actually about a third of our workforce is remote in other locations. So we actually have somebody operating pretty much around the clock. There's always somebody working at Leading RE because of that global footprint. I think that one of the things we do is we really do try to isolate what the needs are for each region, because real estate is so local, and we think of it, in the US, it's very connected to your community. But each region and each country sometimes has different characteristics of how they transact real estate, what's required, how much of a resale market there is. In some markets, there's not a strong secondary market. In parts of China, in fact, developers will often have the option to repurchase a unit. So there isn't really a secondary market except through the developer. So we also have a developer program because in some parts of the world, you think a developer has a building. Well, they actually have 30 25-story buildings. So it's almost like a small city that they would be controlling. So depending where we are, we have to operate a little differently. So we have an EMEA team, which is Europe, Middle East, and Africa. We have a team that handles just the LAC region, which is Latin America and the Caribbean. And then we also have our Asia Pacific group, which is obviously Asia and Pacific and Australia, New Zealand, that whole group. And then of course in the US and Canada, which we also break out because Canada has some different needs than the US as well. So we try to focus all of our marketing and programs at each different region. And then within those regions, there's still some unique characteristics in different countries.